here are some more poems from my As I Bang My Head Against the Windowsill Laughing chapbook. And we're starting with an elegy, and that's actually a form of poetry. And this poem kind of hits me hard. This is an elegy for Heath Ledger and Sean Hamm. And Heath Ledger clearly is an actor, and Sean Hamm is just somebody who was in my life and a very important person to me in high school. So here it is. Here is the elegy for Heath Ledger and Sean Hamm. Plastic pill bottles lie strewn across his apartment floor. White lids, like unclosing eyes, hide underneath the couch. Heath Ledger mixed his meds and left the world early. Yet some people will always joke about Brokeback Mountain. Purcell Marion's My Fair Lady cast prayed in the green room together, worn costumes wet with tears, the shock and silence of Sean Hamm's death. Our opening night curtain call. We didn't know then he'd OD'd the night before, and we didn't want to believe the afternoon announcements. Our Latin teacher's son, friend, mentor, and joker, who directed shows to fun trips to Rome, had his last bow without us. I played Alfie, the drunk dad, and I felt fucked up, for real. They left their marks through entertaining others, and our shows must go on, but were forever moved by Sean Hamm and Heath Ledger. And the next poem that I'm going to read, I was writing when we were studying the pastorals, and this poem really doesn't end up being pastoral or farm-like at all, near as much as some of the others I've done. But this poem's gone through a lot of different titles, and right now the title is Just Listening. My father sleeps with the television on, but dare turn that TV off in the silence. That heavy thickness with no sound will pop him up, like Lazarus. And we're all really like this. My grandfather, deaf in one ear, heard me must gossip all the way from the other room, yet shouted, "Huh?" when you spoke right to his face. Even I find comfort in the customers' chatter filling my ears as I chop off their sandwiches from the grill at Penn Station. I listen to music while I do homework, playing video games, or write. And sometimes I have trouble opening up and talking. People quite often can't stand the quiet. But there's something sensual and intimate about those softer sounds. The sounds of nature and the whooshing wind, the breathing and swallowing of the living, the closeness and quietness where these sounds stand alone. Because then, just listening is just right. And then the last poem that I'm going to read from this chapbook, we were studying pantoums, and this ended up being nothing like a pantoum, but it was Valentine's Day. And Kelly was showing us all these really strange, kind of dark pictures. And this turned into a rather dark poem, but it kind of speaks out to people who have problems, kind of cutting themselves and with self-inflicted pain. And it is a love poem, and it's called Cutters. I am the black space between bare bones. I stood in my blood to paint you a portrait, cutting my skin with scissors to leave you lickable lumps like yours. I dripped down the easel with words wrenched from the depths of my blackness, careful not to rip the parchment with the scissors' sharpened tips. You breathed out life alone as your razor tickled towards your veins, each self-inflicted slice carving closer. I saw your breaks and bones and nakedness. I gave you daisies to complement your pale yellow sandals with that blood-splattered painting. Let me bleed for you. We share that sticky substance. You tether your teeth to my lips and taste